All right, everyone. We are here today for the pre-tournament press conference with Wartburg College for the 2024 Division III Women's Basketball Semifinals and Finals. Joining us today is head coach Bob Amsberry, as well as Macy Harris and Taylor Runchey. Coach, let's just begin with you. What does it mean for you to have this group back in the Final Four? I know your program's been here before, but what's it mean to have this group here?
Obviously, it's really special. You have dreams when you get in coaching. You have dreams as a player. It's just really exciting to see our vision come to reality. And this was a vision when I recruited these guys, and it's really, really hard. And you don't take that for granted. And just the opportunity that we have is a really, really special thing. And we feel very fortunate to be here. We're excited to represent Wartburg, our school, certainly our program, and to do it with people that we've grown so close to through the process, trusting each other, loving each other, accepting each other. That part of the journey is what all of us will remember the most.
And Coach, too, with your program having been here before, 2016 was a year that you actually played in this facility. What does it mean to have the team back in a familiar facility and kind of in that environment?
Yeah, for Coach Jacobs and I, it's like deja vu. We came into the hotel and it was familiar, and then even driving on the way from the hotel to the facility, it was familiar. The bus driver pulled up to a door, and I said, nope, it's one more door forward. So, and it's familiar. But it's not familiar to the rest of them. We can draw on those, but it's coming full circle, which is really neat for us. We've wanted all along, Coach Jacobs and I, to get this group the opportunity to be here and experience what we're experiencing. We felt going into the year that we had enough to be sitting here today, and knowing that that's really hard and things have to go your way, and sometimes you have to make a big play at the end of the game, which we did, to just have this opportunity. So it's really, really special. We're not taking it for granted. So excited for this group of people that has shown nothing but loyalty to us and our program.
Yeah, and you talked about their winning toward the end. So from the players' point of view, you guys had that amazing buzzer beater win against Bates a few rounds ago. Talk about what the emotions were and what kind of went on in the aftermath of that.
Yeah, so during that, toward the end of the game, a lot of emotions are going on, and then called out the timeout. Little drew up our play, and after that, I'm not going to lie, no thoughts were through my head. It was just execute and play basketball at that point, and then once it went in, and if you watch the film, I actually didn't celebrate right away. I knew there was still time on the clock, and until that final buzzer was off, I was not celebrating. And then once that went off, it was amazing. I mean, we got to the Sweet 16 last year, but we weren't going to settle there, so being able to get to the next round and now to the Final Four, lots of high emotions for us, but we want to enjoy it all, but we're here to play basketball.
Sure. And from the player's point of view as well, too, it takes a lot of camaraderie and a lot of leadership from the upperclassmen. Both of you, so it says one's a senior, one's a fifth year. What is it from your point of view looking back on the younger players as well and kind of leading them forward to this point in the season?
Yeah, I would just say it's really special to look back at this senior class and when we came in as first years and just how much growth has happened. I just think back to a couple of days before our first practice, we all had our seniors had a meeting out on the football field, just sat in a circle, and it's just cool to think back about that and how close we've grown. And we're all very different people, but we've come together and loved those differences and just really grown super close. And I think that's been crucial to our team success, just having that big group of upperclassmen able to lead our underclassmen, and they've been so receptive to that, which is also an important key. So.
Sure. And Coach, too, I'm just going to ask you this question. Just kind of, what does it mean for you to, I know that she's not with us here, but for a player like Jaden Murphy, who has family that's also been with you through these moments, to have a family like that that's close to the program and sends 4 girls through your program, and all 4 of them have been able to help the program to this level of the season. What's that like?
It's amazing. I was just thinking about that the other day. Jaden has kind of grown up with our program. Megan and Miranda, twins, were sophomores our first year in the Final Four in 2016. And Jaden had spoken in another interview that she remembers being there and watching that and wanting that for herself. So Jaden's been with us a lot longer than the 4 years. You know, their family made a trip to Barcelona with us, and Jaden was on that trip. And, you know, I thought about Jaden at that point, hoping that we would have another Murphy come along. And Riley was the other one. I don't want to not mention Riley. She was a couple years behind Megan and Miranda and got an opportunity in the Final Four in 2018. So to have Jaden top that thing off, and our goal is to get Jaden a little further than the rest of them. So she wants a little bragging rights. And the other neat part of that story is their father, Mike, played at Wartburg and made it to the Sweet 16. I don't know the year, late 80s, I think, maybe, early 90s. And when the first set of Murphys, when we got to the Final Four, we kind of gave Mike a hard time about getting further than him. And now we want to give Jaden the ultimate bragging rights. So, but it's really special. They're a special family. Obviously, really talented, but so humble. All of them so humble, and they've been nothing but great for our program and very supportive. And was hoping there might be a 5th Murphy, but I think it's done.
Sure. Anybody in the group have any questions for Wartburg?
I have to ask this, since it's being a little jovial right now. How does it feel being the only male head coach in the Final Four?
I don't know, and I never think about that. I think I'm among really good coaches and really good programs. I give everything to my team, and the young women in my program are super, super special. You know, I don't make it a gender thing. It's more about how close are we, what influence can we have on each other. I like to think that our program is a program of empowerment. We empower each other every day. You know, this is our 50th year of Wartburg women's basketball, and we had a celebration earlier in the year. And to bring back all the alumni, we had a huge event, and we had a couple players from the first team ever at Wartburg join us. And, you know, just to see the history, how women's basketball has changed. We need people that continue to make change for women's basketball and support women's basketball. And I think it's the greatest it's ever been. You know, we're from a basketball state, and everybody knows about Iowa basketball and Caitlin Clark and putting people in the stands, and we do that in Iowa. I think back to our 2018 run where we were able to host the first 2 weekends at Wartburg, and we were on spring break, but that our place was standing room only. And we play a great brand of basketball, and like I said, I think women's basketball is in a great position, and I think we're starting to turn the corner and gain more respect because people actually have started to watch. I think they've been missing out for a long time, and the people in Waverly and around our community know that it's really fun to watch, and we play the game the right way. And I'm just super thankful that there's now exposure. And you know, I think Caitlin and Iowa have brought a lot of that on, at least in our state. But people are starting to pay attention. And, you know, that might have gotten them into the arena, but now they're loving what they see, and that's really, really important.
Hi, Coach. Lisa Condo, worked with NCAA.com along with Sarah Jansen. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you.
We had an opportunity to talk to Coach a little bit earlier this week. Ladies, like to know what each of you are going to school for, and then give us one or two, or as many as you want, great qualities that makes about each other. I mean, what makes you, what could be on the court, it could be in the classroom, it could be as a person.
I'll go first, and this is actually a great question because Taylor's one of my roommates, so I know her really well. So yeah, my name's Macy Harris. I'm studying business administration as well as elementary education. Two you wouldn't normally think are going together, and I'm pursuing my master's in higher education. So I'm going to go work post-secondary education, student affairs. And then my favorite two qualities about Taylor are, one, she is the most disciplined person I know. And I think that's a huge compliment to her, but honestly the most disciplined person I know, whether it's homework, just following through with what she says she's going to do. She's a huge person of character. And then second is I think she's also the most selfless person I know. Like when I say these, I genuinely mean the most selfless person I know. I know I'm going to Taylor if I need any advice or anything like that. She's going to help me before she helps herself, which sometimes to a flaw, but most selfless person I know.
Thanks, Mace. Yeah, so I'm going to school for elementary and middle school education. Hope to be a teacher and a coach someday. And then my two favorite qualities about Macy, one of them would be her loyalty, fierce loyalty. I'd say she will fight for everyone that she loves, and even people that she doesn't know, she would do anything for them. And then I'd also say for our team, her assertiveness and her ability to say what needs to be said. She brings that quality that maybe some of us don't within leadership. And in our team, we talk about leading in your own way. And just, yeah, her ability to say what needs to be said, have difficult conversations, and be strong in that has been crucial to our team's success.
Players, one final question from me. We've talked a lot about the camaraderie with the team and how you guys have deal with it internally. How do you guys respond and appreciate the coaching staff leadership? How does that trickle down to the team, and how does the team feel about it, approach it, and things like that?
I would say it sort of starts in the recruiting process. Like our coaches are all about letting their actions speak louder than their words. They're not going to be showy or anything like that because that's just not who we are and not who we want to be. So just the way that they show up for us no matter what. Like we've both been in their offices countless times, have hard conversation, but we feel comfortable going to them with anything, whether that's basketball, school, family, just life in general. And we know they're going to be there to support us throughout college and then throughout life as well. And I think just like they want the best for us in everything. And so it's so much bigger than basketball. And we just know we have that support system with them for life, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the final question for anybody at the table, what can we look forward to in tomorrow's semifinal matchup with Smith?
You go for it. You know more about them than we do.
You know, we've talked all along about through this whole journey that we don't have to do something remarkable. We don't have to pull off a miracle. We have to be a good version of ourselves, and that's what we're sticking with. Smith's a great team, and we're going to have to play really, really well to come out of that thing. But we're confident in each other more than any other team that I've had. I think we trust each other. We communicate really, really well. We're balanced, which I think is a plus and a testament to the way these guys play together, the way they love each other. They don't care about statistics. We're hopefully going to defend really well, and hopefully we're going to hit a bunch of shots. But we'll see. If we don't hit shots, we have been fortunate to find other ways to be successful. So this team adjusts really, really well, and we'll get into that thing. And if we need to make adjustments, we'll trust that we're able to do that and pull some things off. And we're just really excited to be here. We feel very fortunate to be here, and just excited for the opportunity.
Sure. Coach Macy and Taylor, thank you very much for your time, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.